Hello and welcome back to Sorare Assist. We've got some more scouting today for you guys, so make sure you stick around for that. If you like this video, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. You can also support this channel now guys for 99p a month by clicking that join button below. Okay then, let's have a look at today's scouting. So guys, today we're going to be concentrating on the Belgium Pro League from the matches just gone by, because obviously there is the championship round and the qualifying round currently underway in the Belgium Pro League. So the first player I've gone for is Hugo Carupers of Ghent. He's got a long contract with them as well till 2026, which is really promising. He's only 26 as well. He's got some good averages, you can see here. He's going for around £26 at the moment for his limited and around 261 for his rare card. And if we look at his scores, we can see some absolutely fantastic numbers here. Some really consistent green numbers as well. 60s and 70s and 80s and 90s as well thrown in there for good measure. He was previously at Mechelen of course, and now he is playing for Ghent where he signed last season. His 88 games not the best, but he's getting plenty of assists and goals to make up for it. As we can see, in his last 42 starts, he's had 26 goals and 6 assists. He's also got 2 assists in this last game as well against Westerlo in a 3-1 win. But if we look at his scores then, we can see he's got plenty of goals here, including a goal against West Ham here as well. So he's consistently getting those goals and assists, and he looks really good forward and strike to have. And he's got that long-term utility and long security with a long contract at Ghent as well. This season he started 32 games for Ghent and scored 20 goals. He's also averaging 2.9 shots per game and 1.4 shots on target per game. He's also chipped in with 6 assists as well so far, so he's looking a really good option to me up front, and he's one that I already hold in the limited category, as you can see here. Next up I've got Carupers' teammate, and that is Young Suk Yong from Ghent. He's got a contract with Ghent as well to 2025, so another long contract here. He is under 23 eligible, but only until July 2023 guys, so bear that in mind. He is due to lose that eligibility. He's going for a very cheap looking £3 at the moment for his limited, and his rare card is selling for around 86 on auction. But if we look at his scores, he has got some good scores, and he is capable of these peak scores as well, with 2 90s here and a 100. He's also got some 70s as well. He is still only young as well, don't forget, and he is getting pretty consistent minutes at Ghent as well, and getting those assists and goals. And he did actually score in this last game against Westerlo as well, from the left midfield position, and got a score of 78.6 in this game. Looks a really good option to me, and looking really cheap at the moment. So this season for Ghent, he started 29 games, 6 goals and also 5 assists as well. And he's averaging 1.8 key passes per game as well, which is looking really good. And his pass numbers don't look too bad at 28 accurate passes per game on average. If we look at his stats for this game against Westerlo, he actually had 33 accurate passes, 85% accuracy, which is brilliant. He also scored of course, and he had 4 key passes in this match, which is absolutely fantastic. So I think Hong is definitely a good option there in midfield. He could also be a good stack with Carupers as well. The next player I've gone for is Andres Skov Olsen of Club Bruges. He's got a long contract with Club Bruges as well, as we can see here, until June 2026. He's only 23 as well, don't forget. He's got that under 23 eligibility till 2024. He's got some good average numbers as well here, and he's a forward on Sorare. He's going for around 28 at the moment for his limited, and around 287 on auction for his rare card. You can see some impressive scores as well from the under 23 player, with some 60s and 70s, and also 100 score here back in game week 298. Now we can see that he's not been in the squad recently. I'm guessing this was probably due to injury. He's been in a little bit in and out of the team, to be honest, but he has started the last 3 games and impressed as well with 2 assists in 3 games. But he has previously played and been a consistent starter here back in game week 296 and beyond. And he also featured for Denmark as well, so he is a Danish international. So he's looking a really good option, this guy. He's only 23 as well, of course. So this season for Club Bruges, he started 17 of the games, made 22 appearances in total, averaging 68 minutes per game, 7 goals and also 6 assists, which is a really good ratio there. based on the number of games he's actually started. He's also averaging 2.5 shots per game and 1 shot on target per game, which is also looking impressive. And he's created 7 big chances and averaging 2.1 key passes per game. So I think Scott Olsen is looking at a potential really good option, guys, especially if he can cement a permanent team in that first place, in that first team next season for Club Brugge. So the next player I've gone for is another Ghent player actually, and that is Kamil Piaskowski, who's only 22. Something to note though here is he is only on loan at Ghent. Whether that loan is going to be a permanent deal or not, it remains to be seen, but he is on loan from Red Bull Salzburg in the Austrian division. Obviously, Salzburg are a top team in that division, so if he does get first team minutes at Salzburg, it's not going to be the worst thing if he does end up going back to them after his loan expires. But whether he's going to get first team football at Red Bull Salzburg, we don't know. So hopefully, well, I'm hoping anyway, that he does actually stay at Ghent to go with the rest of my Ghent players. He's going for around £100 at the moment for his rare and around £6.83 for his limited card. He's a defender as well on Sorare. If we look at his scores during his time with Ghent, we can see that he's been a consistent scorer of these green numbers in the 60s and 70 range, but also capable of these peak scores as well. That's probably on the back of this clearance off the line and scoring or assisting as well. So I think he's looking at a really good option, some really good scores here for his time at Ghent. Like I say, he is on loan from Salzburg, where he was previously playing, but not getting that many minutes. But if we look at the games where he was starting for Salzburg, we can see again this similar score graph that we saw at his time of Ghent when he is starting those games, 70s and some peak scores as well. So I think he's looking at a really good option here, guys. Now, this season for Ghent, he started 11 games, averaging 1 shot per game, 38 accurate passes per game, which is good, but also some really good defensive numbers, which is helping his scores get to those 70 ranges. 2.6 interceptions per game, 1.9 tackles, and 1.2 dribbles per game. So Piaskowski is certainly looking a really good option for the rest of this season and next season in the Belgium League, or even the Austrian League if he does end up going back to Salzburg. The final player I've gone for this week then is Mike Trezor of Genk. An under 23 player, only till July 2023 though, guys, so his eligibility does run out soon. But he's got a long contract with Ghent till June 2025. He is a midfielder on Sorare. He's going for around £20 for his limited at the moment, and a very cheap looking £150 for his rare card. If we look at the scores, we can see why I think this price is cheap. He is getting some really good scores here, guys. For this period, he has maybe not been on the best of form, but he's been still getting those 60s and 70s. This period here was on blistering form with 80s and 90s consistently here. And in the last 34 games, he's actually scored 8 goals and got 22 assists for Ghent, which is looking really impressive. He also got assist in this last game as well against Club Brugge, a 3-1 impressive home win for them. And he got a 74.4 score. And if we look back, we can see he's got a history of getting all those assists, which is attributed to his 22 in total in the last 34 games. This season for Genk, he's started 34 matches, 5 Team of the Weeks on SofaScore. He's scored 8 goals. He's also got 22 assists this season as well, which is absolutely phenomenal. And 1.7 shots on target, 1.7 shots per game as well. He's also created 19 big chances this season, guys, and 2.8 key passes per game. So as you can see, he's an absolutely fantastic attacking player who's creating plenty of chances for his Genk teammates. So I think Mike Trezor looks a fantastic option again for the rest of this season and next season in the Belgium Pro League. So if we look at the current standings then in the Pro League, obviously it's the Championship and qualifying round now for the Europa League. We can see that Genk are currently top at the moment in this qualifying round. So it's only the top team that finishes in this group of 4 to qualify for the Europa League. So I'm hoping that Genk qualify because I've got quite a contingent of their players. In the Championship round then, fighting it out for the Champions League and Conference League qualification, we've got Genk currently standing top. Then we've got St. Galicia not far behind, Royal Antwerp are third, and Club Brugge currently bottom and look far off the top spot there, so they're probably not going to get that Champions League qualification, but we've still got chance of the Conference League as well, of course, and the playoffs. So this could be an interesting finale to the Belgium Pro League. So guys, that was it for this week's scouting. If you did like this video, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. You can support this content now guys for just 99p to become a member of this YouTube channel. And you can get access to the watch list for all the players scouted on this video and all previous scouting videos now in the Sorare data watch list that I've created. Links in the description below. There's also a link to all these scouting videos as well guys, the playlist for these scouting videos on the Sorare Assist YouTube channel. Okay then guys, thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you again on the next video.